Hey, and welcome to a slightly different version of Sanctum to what we're used to playing. We've obviously been playing through the first-person shooter style Sanctum, but I noticed while on the Steam store that this version was available, and it's an old school kind of a retro version. Now, I've never played it, this is the first time I am seeing it, so we will see what this is like. So, build phase. Okay. Bad guys spawn here. Well, that's fair enough. They must walk down here. Click on a blue square to build a tower. To build a tower, drag and drop it onto the tower base. Okay, I apologise for the tutorialised version of what's going on. I can obviously only afford the one tower. So let's give this a go. I mean, I've never really played tower defence games. I'm not really into tower defence games at all, really. I'd never seen the point of them. But since I picked up Sanctum 2 from the Steam store quite cheaply in a sale, I quite enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm going to enjoy this anywhere near as much. I do think it's kind of old school retro and kind of cute, but whether a game like this would really hold me for any length of time, I have no idea. Okay, so we've only got 2 more to go. I can speed this up, I believe, but I'm not going to, simply because I kind of just want to watch what's going on. Now I seem to make money for every one of those bad boys that I kill. I can read about my enemies. So the Walker Pup has 650 health, 0 armor, 0 whatever the hell that is, and it's squishy, which is nice. So what does this do? I don't know what that does. I don't know what that does. So basically I'm going to unclick that, and I am going to maybe, I mean, I've got 16 Walker Pups, so it's not going to be drastic here, I don't think. And I do only have the one tower type, I believe. I don't actually know what that does. What does it do? I can sell it? Oh, I see. Right, I can get rid of it, and I guess I can upgrade it for a price as well. Let's see. So it kind of, I guess it upgrades the power. I don't have the money for that by the looks of it. So let's kick this off and see how this goes. Drag and hold to select skill, release to activate. Nah, so I can kind of just nice. So get a bit of an achievement there. So I can actually interact, so I don't just have to let my towers. So rather than the first-person shooter where I have to actually jump around and fall off maps and get involved, this bad boy I can just sit and kind of watch quite happily. But then I also have the ability to join in via my special power here, which is kind of fun and funky. That bad boy is going to get to the tower very, very soon. So we're going to wait for him to get a little bit closer. He can start attacking my core. I just want to get those two. Excellent. So we made some cash. Now, do I want to put more towers down, or do I want to upgrade these ones? How much is it to upgrade? 70. Yeah, we'll upgrade this first one, and then we will build one further down here, like so, and then we will go. So now there's 40 of those Walker Pups, and these are going to kick off. As I say, these type of games don't really interest me so much per se. They have their own little things. I mean, this is quite cool. It's kind of quirky. It's different to what I've been used to playing, I have to say. Once this comes in, I'm just going to obliterate several of them, hopefully. I mean, the graphics are quite nice. It is very retro, very, very old school kind of look to it, which I can appreciate entirely, as I am old school myself. So we will just see how this goes. I mean, you know, whether this game is for you and whether this game would last you an absolute lifetime, that's debatable. We've got a new enemy here, 2,500 health, 10 armor and 5, whatever the hell that is. I really wish I knew what that kind of was. I don't know if that's an attack. Is that attack? Can they attack the towers? I don't know. We have a fair amount of cash to kind of play with. So what I might do is upgrade that, and then further towards the end, put another one of these in just so click on a tower for complete tactical control. I see. Well, that's actually more options than you have in Sanctum 2 at least. You know, the first one, the last one, I mean, little HP. I think I'm going to attack the one with the most HP here. I think you can be least HP, and you're going to be the last one, and you're going to be the first one. Now we have $37. I don't think we can really do much with that. Build a tower base maybe. So I'm going to leave it, and we are going to go with this and see how this works out. That's a walker there, as you can see, taking far more pummeling from these guns than the pups did. That's fantastic. Might get involved myself a little bit here. Just give those towers a reprieve from what they're doing. So, you know, I mean, I don't know, wave 4 of 4, so we should complete this first level, hopefully, without too much grief. And this is, you know, this is an introduction to Sanctum, whatever this is called. TD or something along those lines. Sanctum Tower Defense game. Old school retro style graphics and gameplay. I love it. The old school kind of retro sound effects were quite cool as well. Let's just join in. It's the last round anyway, hopefully, so we should just destroy this. And there you go. So we have completed that. We got 2 things there, I think. I think we got 2 stars. Teleport deployer. Well, there you go. So we've unlocked this new level here. Quickly spend your perk point. They are awesome. Okay. Physical towers. double click to assign point. Can I not choose so many others? Okay. Apparently I had to choose that one. It didn't like me choosing anything else. But we have some other options here. Can I refund? I can refund a second. So now I can just choose what I want. Energy towers. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, well, you know, I guess the game must know what it's doing, making. Okay, so for you, hopefully, there will be a minor glitch in sound and/or vision. But essentially, I had a bit of a software crash, and you've probably heard me say that a fair amount in these recordings. I don't know why my computer has so many issues with. Fair enough, I can deploy that. Higher physical AoE damage, deploy mines, targets ground and air, blah blah blah. So that's cool, so we've got a new tower. What I was saying was that I don't know why my computer has so many issues, because we've got a new power, teleports enemies backwards, targets ground and air, cooldown 36 seconds. Well, that's quite cool if it gets too close to the too close to our core. Yeah, I don't know why my computer has the power to do a large number of things. Not sure why it struggles with doing this particularly. How much do these cost? $2. Okay, well we're going to put all those in just so that we can do that. Now then, what? How much have I got? Yeah, we're gonna stick in one of those, and then I think we'll stick in one of those, and then we'll stick in one here as well. And that's pretty much all she wrote, really. You can see my mouse is now kind of screwed up graphically. Quite like that little error effect mine there. Interesting, didn't lay it as it would have done before. Let's run it that side. That's quite cool. Well, that's interesting. It kind of does mines wherever it wants to, which is quite cool in its own little way. So I am actually going to put in another one of those down the end here, just in case anything makes it past, and we'll go with that. So yeah, what I was saying was that I am surprised by the fact my laptop, which is what I'm actually doing this on, is a laptop, considering it is so generally good with stuff, that it can't manage to. Well, that's going to do a little bit of damage. That's unfortunate. It can't manage to run what is a simple-looking game graphically. I don't know if it actually is particularly difficult for my system to run, but it would seem to me like this wouldn't be that excessive. So why I have a crash while recording, I do not know. So we have a new enemy coming through. We have a runner. Not as higher, but it's fast apparently. That really is annoying the crap out of me where I have the whole mouse situation, but I'm just going to have to carry on for the second here with that, as I don't really know what else to do with it per se. I'm going to stick that just there, and then I think I shall stick one of those there, and we will go. Pause and options wheel. Let's resume. So we're on wave 3 of 6. We are just gonna sit and watch this kind of go through, and I will try to generally chat. I mean, for the most part, this seems quite interesting. Like I said, I don't play a lot of tower defense games. I don't know if this is really up there with the best of them, because I don't know what the best of them generally are. Damn, those are quick. So, realistically, my opinion on this is probably negligible. It's entirely pointless, really, as I have no idea if I'm getting a good deal with entertainment value. In terms of tower defense games, others might be far better. However, the thing for me is just whether I get value for money from a game, and that obviously comes in different proportions depending on all those fast little ones. Depending on who you are, really, doesn't it? You know, people look for different things from life, and they look for different things from their games. For me, value for money is simply if I get enough hours of play from a title that makes me not angry. So, if I get something, I mean, I paid in a Steam sale, I think like 59p for this game. If I get an hour's play out of a 59p game, there's not much to really argue about on that side of things. Is there really? You can't really fail unless you really hate this game with a passion. And I'd hope that, you know, if you've seen me playing this now before you bought it, then hopefully, you know, you would know what to expect, and you can kind of determine yourself whether this is the type of thing you'd play normally or not. Let me just think. Sorry, cut myself off there. Just work out what I want to do. I'm going to upgrade you. I think I'm going to upgrade you, and then we'll go. Yeah, you know, one of the benefits of someone like myself doing videos like this may be that you've come across it, you find it, and then you work out if you like a title or not. I've found many games through watching other YouTubers YouTube, and you can kind of see the game in action. You know, screenshots are fair enough, descriptions are fair enough, reviews are all well and good if you're into that type of thing. But for me, I don't think there's much better really than watching the game being played. I mean, usually when you get video reviews, they kind of just cut from one thing to another thing. Like, oh, there's car racing, and they show you like 3 seconds of car racing, and then like, oh, there's paragliding. And I get the idea. You know, they're trying to review very quickly, short, sharp snaps, and whatever else. They're, you know, the entertainment for that factor is not in the viewing of the game. It's actually within the person telling you what's going on. So, would you like the game? Is it good graphics? Is it this, that, the other, blah blah blah. So their entertainment isn't necessarily in talking and or oh, I don't have enough cash for that. Fair enough. In which case, I'm going to put another couple of these in. I might stick one just there. Another one just there. I mean, again, this is kind of, you have to make your mind up with this kind of thing as to whether, you know, I discussed it in Sanctum 2. Do you have more towers with less power, or do you have fewer towers with more power? And I guess, people do it different ways and whatever else. But going back to what I was saying, the idea being that, this isn't going to be a quick choppy back and forth like, oh, the graphics are really great, the sound's really awesome, gameplay is very, very simple and straightforward and blah blah blah. It's not a game review in that per se, but obviously as I sit and watch this go through, I complain about bits that I don't particularly enjoy, play up or laud the bits I do enjoy. And then hopefully through seeing so much, obviously if you want to see the game played from start to finish, then you can do that here. If I do indeed carry on and complete the game on camera, for your viewing pleasure, or whether I don't, but you can certainly see how I may have not found this easy, not easy, difficult to get along with. This is the first time I'm seeing it, so you're seeing me dealing with the control system however I deal with it. And, we are discovering this together, if you will. It's going to be just as easy for you to do this as it is for me. Now, do I want to... Yeah, let's just spend an extra point in there. I haven't got any energy towers just yet, which I think is why it was smart to follow what the computer did. So let's select this. It gives you a little layout of the map, which is nice. Again, we're learning together here. We have unknown enemies thus far. Difficulty normal seems fair enough. I don't want to be too much of a girl about it. So what's the mortar? Medium physical area of effect damage, long range, targets ground. So it doesn't do air or whatever else. We can't have a third tower because it unlocks at level 4. Being as we don't know what's coming out for the minute, I am going to leave the mortar. Because I don't know what it does. High physical global damage, targets ground and air, cooldown 300 seconds. Jesus, level 8 for the third one of these. Now, I didn't really use many of my powers in that last level, so I still don't know what a teleport does. I may well just throw that in for a laugh. I didn't like the way that kind of died. We will just see what happens here. So, nothing new for us. We do have a massive option of path here. Shove them down that way. Just try and get them to walk a little bit further, as we do in every other game. Okay, don't want to spend too much more on that. We want to get some towers in probably. So let's throw one of those just there. Let's throw another one just in there. I might throw one of these just towards the end, just so we can do a little bit of damage, and I think we're going to have to just see how that turns out for us. I may be able to slam them with this awesome kind of area of effect thing. We seem to be doing an okay job thus far. How does this actually work? Oh, you just drop it on the map somewhere generally. So let's wait for a few more to come in. Excellent. Well, that was fun, if nothing else. We could just hold the teleport right by the end, in the vain hope that they all get taken back to the beginning. Okay, we are going to receive a fair amount of damage here because those bad boys are going to hit it. That's kind of unfortunate. We maybe did not choose the best towers for this whole situation. Probably could have done with a couple more guns, and maybe I didn't need to spend as much on the blocks and whatever else, forcing them to go this particular way. Well, that's unfortunate. I mean, we're not going to get any records or points for that whole situation. So, lesson learned. I think we need to kind of start pummeling them with. I'm going to put in just a couple more here. And then we don't just have enough. I mean, I could sell some blocks, but we're not going to. We're just going to go with that. I mean, we can teleport a few if necessary, but hopefully these towers will be able to just finish off these guys. Oh, man, that exploding the entire ground force of aliens is going to push those back. I know I had that one that was getting through, but quite frankly, he just had to survive. So this is not going so well. This particular round, I think we've taken more damage here than general. Maybe the mortars would have been a good idea to bring along. Now that's interesting. I didn't realise I could do that. Well, there you go. Lesson learned. So there you go, learning along with me here. You can actually put towers down as you make cash, and you can probably upgrade as you go as well, which is probably useful. We're going to put one of those there, so it gets both sides. As they come through, we are going to spend a couple of dollars pushing these bad boys up closer to this other gun. And then stick another one just there. They'll cost a bit too much to upgrade, don't they? Yeah, I thought so. We'll save the cash, and if we need to, we'll throw down some more stuff, or we'll just spend $70 kind of doing them in. Teleport's back active. Which is useful should any of them make it back. We're on wave 3 of 8. It's going to be kind of a lengthy one, really and truly. Yeah, good. They might need teleporting back now. Thankfully not. Don't know that those guys have taken enough damage. Probably wanted to just do the other two really, but I thought I had all 4 of them in the sphere of influence there. You know, I may challenge to do this again. I may even lose. The option has entered my mind now. Looking at the amount of damage it's done to my core, I might not even um, complete this level, which would be a shame. But we are taking more of a beating than I would have hoped for on wave 3 of 8. That's a fair amount of damage to have been done. So we might lose this one, but that's fine. I mean, that's fair enough. Really intriguing. I mean, I could have stuck more guns in, as we know. That is possible for me to do. I'm going to make this just a little bit longer for them to get through down to there. What to do? I might just upgrade a couple of these. We'll go from there. So yeah, my initial thoughts, it's kind of interesting. As I say, not really a tower defense game type of person, really. Is there any way to actually just blow that up? Well, I got a Liberator achievement. I don't know exactly what that does. Are these Liberators? I don't know. Just give my towers a little bit of time to refocus here. Kind of annoying that doesn't explode if it puts them above rather than below or whatever. We'll extend this, and then we'll extend that, and then we'll extend that, just so we've got that full kind of run. Not very tactical. I mean, you kind of have to just follow the path, really. There's only so many options you can kind of get them to go. It's not like the other one where you could just build them zigzaggy or do whatever you like. There is a very specific path they walk along. Don't know if that's the same for other tower defense games, as to whether you can just upgrade that one. Whether you can just do whatever you want, whether you can just apply whatever logic you like to the map, or whether you do have to follow a very specific path like this kind of does. I mean, obviously I have a certain amount of control and whatever else, but for the most part it would seem that the path is determined unto itself. Now I could set off the exploding thing, as there do seem to be a rather lot of enemies on the map at this exact moment in time, but I just send all those back for another run through the towers here. I kind of wanted to save it for the later levels, but we're gonna just have to do that. Unfortunately, we have a new enemy, it would seem. Walker Warrior. Well, that's just absolutely fucking massive, isn't it? And we have 7 of those bad boys. So, what are we going to do? I think, first things first, I'm going to upgrade this gun to its highest level. And then put in some more of these. At points where I think they're going to do the most damage. We don't quite have enough. I will have to try and remember. Do remind me, if you can, to, as soon as we've got some cash, actually start laying down some more towers, as we can apparently do so on command here. I can obviously also set the towers to do whatever damage to whatever beings so desired, by picking up the ones with more energy, less energy, or whatever it is. Well, I'm glad I'm getting achievements popping up left, right and centre. It's always good. Do like an achievement. These guns just pummel these bad boys for me. Excellent. So now we have 47 of those little things and then 28 of those rather larger things. So we are going to upgrade you because you are the closest thing to... you can see 2 sides of things as well. And then we're going to put one of these down here, and another one there, and then we're going to save up our cash and hopefully we'll get some more. I am using the keyboard shortcuts. You can see spacebar, SU, 1 and 2 to do some of the things rather than pressing on the things with your mouse. You can use your mouse or your keyboard to select those various bits and pieces, or whatever suits your brain the best, I guess. When I remember to use the keyboard is quicker, and when I don't remember to use the keyboard, the mouse works perfectly fine. So we are on wave 7 of 8. So hopefully we can get this filled in here and chalk it up to an unfortunate set of circumstances. Overall, that our core took as much of a beating as it did, and we're not going to get any real achievement from doing that. It does look like we've got to level 4 though, which does mean I can take another tower along with me, which gives me more options when we go forward into the future with this whole situation. That won't be this video though. I might as well warn you now that this will be the last wave of this video. Just wanted to give you a bit of a preview as to what this was, and maybe I'll upload these regularly as I carry on playing them. We shall see how this turns out. Excellent. So Why is that thing absolutely that must be a boss, that's why. It's a giant death skull thing, which is really quite scary. So what do I want to do in order to take care of really scary boss thing? Well, first of all, I think I'm going to upgrade that, just so we've got a few more bombs along the way. I'm going to upgrade you, so you're as top as you can be. And then I've spent all my cash, so again, please remind me during the game to perhaps do whatever. Now, is he going to be like the other boss, where he can just destroy towers? Or is he not? No, he doesn't appear to be. He looks like he's got really massive lips. He kind of looks like a waddling duck. It's kind of bizarre, really. Can I actually teleport him backward? I can as well. I can teleport the boss. So that's quite cool. Might leave that spare for him. Hopefully we've got enough guns to wear him out. He really is quite an odd little boss type creature. I mean, he has a shed load of health, but thankfully he can't destroy the towers as they do in Sanctum 2, because that makes them far more horrendous. And quite honestly, unless something goes terribly, terribly wrong here, yeah, we'll get victory, as we just did. There seems to be space for a third one. Maybe I'm missing something. Freeze, that sounds interesting and fun. And the Violator. We do like the Violator. Or we did in the others, at the very least. So, as mentioned, that will be the end of this. I am very quickly going to take a look at some of this. Lightning Flash AC Penetrator. Don't know that we have any of those, but we do have one of those towers, so I'm going to go with that. And yeah, that will be the end of this opening video to this 2D retro style kind of tower defense game. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, then I hope you come back and view some of the others. I'll hopefully see you there.